Started.
I'm Derrick Hill, and I change lives through building successful and sustainable nonprofit organizations. Some of the nonprofit organizations that I've worked with in the past and currently work with include the Steve and Margie Harvey Foundation, Ricky Smiley Foundation, YMCA, Chef G. Garvin Foundation, Boys and Girls Club. But you know what I found? Regardless as to the size of a nonprofit organization, they still share the same baseline principles for success. Man, I am excited. I'm excited. I just, you know what, this moment, just like any other, is really special to me. But to have the team from one powerhouse Latino here, is really special to me. Camino, Adolfo, thank you so much for being here. How you guys doing today?
We're doing well. Thank you for having us.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And let me tell you something. I have watched and seen so much from just the entire one powerhouse experience, and just to see what Demi is doing and what you guys are doing is just amazing. But now I understand that there is like a new division of this whole one powerhouse experience. Camino, I have a question for you. So tell us about the one powerhouse. Like, what is the conceptualized? Give us some information about it.
So One Powerhouse, it was founded in 2016 by Demi and Jason Oche, and they primarily worked with children. They would do a lot of giveaways too in the beginning. So now it's grown to where we have different divisions. So what we do a lot of food drives and donations. We have a lot of donations coming in, like from Walmart. So we go out there every week to the communities that were found also by the police agencies that we work with. And we do a lot of big giveaways and food drives. So that's how we're catering mainly every week. And then we also pair up with certain families as family consultants. So if there's certain situations that we can assess and help for immediate needs, and then we can refer out from there for other resources or programs.
Man, that is awesome. Like, Adolfo, I think, going into to the community, like, what do you think, Adolfo, is the biggest need, in the communities that you serve? What are some of the challenges that you're seeing, and what are some of the biggest needs?
One of the big challenge that I think I see, and I wanted to come out and bring, is to bring all the Latinos together, because there's like a big gap in everyone. That's one of my biggest things that we wanted to come, because they sometimes they talk about Hispanics, about Guatemalans, Mexicans, Honduras, and I want all that to be come closer and to stay together. And most of the things that I see is struggling. I come from a family that don't want to open up. They want to stay close, and they don't want to see it. And that's what our mission is, to come in between those gaps. And many things that we are looking into it, like that. One of the main things is bringing everybody close.
Yeah.
And stay together. Yeah.
What do you think, Adolfo, in trying to bring this piece together, bridge this gap? What do you think, and what do you see as the hardest part? Is there any challenges that you guys having trying to bring this all together? Like, is it difficult doing that?
Sometimes it's difficult, but nothing is hard. We always try to do the best ways to get in those gaps, and people are getting understand. And when we go out there and do the reach out, many people come close and we start talking, and that's how we start. Like, everybody communicates, and that's how we, little by little, we are starting to fill these gaps by letting everybody that we all need to communicate and be together for I would say for support. 'Cause, sometimes many of us we don't look into that. We don't look into that, and we always stick to our own pattern. And we need to know that there is someone out there that can help us in any situation and any things that that we need.
Man, we're joined by the team of one powerhouse Latino, Camino and Adolfo, and I want to thank you guys so much. I mean, the work that you guys do, it's incredible. And I've seen Demi, go through and I know the challenges of running a nonprofit organization. Camino, in the communities that you all serve. Let's talk about some of the needs. What are some of the things that the individuals in the community you serve? What are some of the things that you see that's lacking that they need? Because there might be people that are listening to say, hey, you know what? I might want to be able to support you all as well. So what are some of the things that you guys need?
So in the communities, I see that the people, especially after or and during a pandemic, are really covering the most biggest expenses in their household, but they may not have enough for new clothes or household items
Wow.
or food. So that's where all of the food becomes a blessing to the people, because we're able to give them a big box of food to where they could feed
Wow.
their family for maybe up to a week, because we give meats, salad, breads. We give pretty much each category in that box, because I know of certain people close to me that, during the shutdowns, they may be able to cover the rent or utilities, but not enough for food or for maybe other smaller expenses. And to
Wow.
cover shoes or clothes or maybe linens or towels, things like that doesn't have to come out of their pocket.
Wow,
Um,
that's amazing. And then, like, as you're seeing this work, Camino, like obviously, this is touching because you're seeing people hurting. You know what I'm saying? You're seeing people without, and I think for both of you all, Dolfo and Camino, you're seeing people who don't have, and you want to do so much for people, you know, in terms of you said food and either this is for either one of you all. Like, are you guys providing like food for the week? Like, what does that look like?
so when we do the food drives, we take sometimes it's a truckload of the food that comes in, and so we make the boxes for the family. If there's leftover, they can come around again and take more. Now we do work with families or individuals, um, just on a private basis, where if they reach
Yeah.
out to us and they say, hey, we're still needing more food, or we're needing these items, or can you help with shoes or clothes, that's where we can come in and deliver specifically to that family, when they need
Wow.
extra help. And then, of course, if they need help that we cannot provide at the moment because we may cover immediate needs, then we can refer out and find other nonprofits or programs where we can network and connect them to.
Yeah, and and that's why I love the work of nonprofit. You know what? I absolutely love the nonprofit space because the need, like we're filling, you guys are fulfilling needs, and that's why I appreciate you, Adolfo and Camino, because and Demi, because the work that you guys are doing, if it wasn't for you, there'll be many who won't even have. So you mentioned food. Adolfo, this is for you. For question for you. Y'all mentioned. I know y'all doing the food. How about other thing? Any clothing? Any other items that you all support individuals with? And if so, what are those items like?
Yeah, we also provide underwear, socks, clothes.
Wow.
Uh, most of us shoes, a lot of shoes. We have a bunch of stuff that we provide, and it's amazing when you bring all of those stuff, and it's amazing how people just come to you and reach out and say appreciate it for bringing this. Thanks to you guys, now we have this at home. We didn't have it. That's
Wow.
amazing because we provide all of this stuff that when you see when a person tells you, "Thank you, I need this at home." I mean that your heart is really you see that it's a really blessing from them, and because all those things that we bring. I mean, I could tell you a lot, you know.
And and I gotta ask you this, bro, Adolfo. Let me ask you this, man. You know, because again, if you're just chiming in, one powerhouse Latino. I'm very familiar with this particular organization. I met Demi probably about 8 months ago, and let me tell you this, an amazing story. Amazing story. So I met Demi, who is the founder of One Powerhouse, probably about maybe 8 months ago, 9 months ago. And Demi was doing things from her house, from giving out food and things from her house. And I said, Demi, like all of this you're doing from your garage, from your house. And it was amazing. In a short period of time, Demi now has a location, I think 2 buildings. Now we expanded to a whole Latino division, which I think is just incredible to see growth happens like this. Adolfo, let me ask you this. Adolfo, how does it feel, man, when you show up in that truck and all of that stuff and you giving it away free? How does that make you feel, bro?
I mean, it feels so amazing when you get there and then start putting everything together. It feels amazing when you see all the people get there and together, and you know that's needed when a lot of people comes and close to you and start talking to you, and they contact the whole community. I mean,
Wow.
it's just a big feeling that you feel that big blessing. All of these people makes you so in love because you bring them stuff that they really need at home, and especially more when people comes to you and start talking to you about what they're going through. That makes you feel more thankful. We
Hey, the work that y'all are doing, man, Camino, Demi, the whole y'all are actually doing the work. Like I've seen it for myself. Y'all are doing the work. Camino, in terms of like the work that you guys are doing, Camino, what role do you specifically play in the organization?
So, well, myself and my husband, we run the Latino division, and we also do family consulting. So, our purpose, since we're bilingual and we're familiar with the demographics, we can now cater specifically to Latino families or individuals. So we can go and translate, um, bring them the food, the items that they may need at the moment for them or their family members, or maybe someone that they know of. And so we also go load up and take the items, deliver, and then on the food drive days we go and just set everything up. We talk to the people. So there's many roles, and that's one of the parts that I like, is that it's not just one thing. We can go in and do many things.
Yeah, yeah. What would you say, Camino, is the hardest part about what you do? What would you say is that one single thing? What would be the hardest part about all that you do?
The hardest part is not being able to feed and help everyone. When we see
Wow.
how much need there is in just our community, just because one community may look small, but there's many people that are in need. And when you go out there and you see the line, and then you think, wow, look at all these communities around this one, there's probably a lot more people that are not getting what they need. So that's what stays in my head. Um,
Yeah, man. And and I know that the challenges that are out there are so prevalent in all of the communities. Now, what communities are you in? Is it Metro Atlanta? Just give me an idea of where you guys are serving the communities. Adolfo, and I'll go to you. What area do you primarily do the work in?
right now we in the Cobb County. I mean, our goal is to go global in all the Metro Atlanta. But right now we are working with the Cobb County and Gwinnett County. I mean, Gwinnett County is pretty big, and with the Cobb County too, and so we are like very busy with them,
Mhm.
especially more because we're working with the Cobb County Police and Gwinnett County Police, and now it's just like one thing through another thing that it makes you happy. It's not it's a non-stopping thing, and that makes me so happy and so excited because this was one of my main goals, one of the things that I wanted to do since I start looking into how to get there. But thanks to them, we are here now. We're doing it, and now our goal is to reach out and go global.
Man, that's amazing, bro. Like just listening to you, man, like I feel your passion. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a call. Like this is what you're supposed to be. Y'all are doing exactly what y'all supposed to be doing, man. And I know it's a good feeling. You know, if individuals are listening and they want to volunteer, how can people get involved in terms of, if they want to volunteer, or what are some of the things that you guys need from a volunteering perspective if somebody wants to be a part of it?
So that's actually something else we've come across. We do need more volunteers because our division is so new. We are looking for bilingual volunteers if we can get them. And they can always go on the onepowerhouse.org website, or they can find us on Facebook, which is the One Powerhouse page, or the One Powerhouse Latinos, or just send us an email. We can always set up a phone interview or just meet with the person or people at our center, and we can
Yeah.
go from there. We can see where what area they want to volunteer in, because there's so many things to do.
Yeah. And let me tell you something. And I want to say this, like, and the website is on the screen, onepowerhouse.org. So if you're interested in volunteering, I have Adolfo and Camino who gives leadership to One Powerhouse Latino, and they're just doing an amazing work. I'm just, like I said, I've been familiar with One Powerhouse, and it just blows me away the work that you all are doing. And I just want to honestly, personally commend you all. And I know, Camino, you said it best. Like the hardest thing is after you feed everyone and after you provide, there's still more people that needs help.
Mm-hmm.
And I know volunteering is huge. So I just want to encourage, those who have a heart to go into communities where there's a need, man. Make sure you go to onepowerhouse.org, check out the website, or even go to the Facebook, Instagram, so you can see exactly the work they're doing. Hey, because listen, Demi is always posting stuff. I see the DeKalb police out there. Y'all got a caravan, man. I'm like, y'all
Yeah.
are shutting DeKalb County down, man. I mean, that's amazing. But before we leave, Adolfo, I want to ask you this before we get ready. We've been on the phone or been on this thing for 18 minutes. Before we finish, my question to you is, like, in the communities that you all serve, um, from a perspective of now expanding, what do you, because you eventually said you wanted to go global, which I love it. What are some of the things that you guys need to take it, to the global perspective?
um, I think one of the things that we really need is some help. If say there's someone out there that we're interested in donations, that's one of the biggest things that we are going into it because of the food. Like Camino was saying, people always come. Like as soon as you start packing up, people come and you don't want to leave them empty. So that's one of the biggest things. We take a lot, but sometimes a lot is not enough. We see
Wow.
coming from each side of the buildings, and that's one of the biggest things. I mean, uh, some food donations, any donations are welcome, and also volunteers because we've been serving like more than 400 people. That sometimes we don't have enough volunteers, and how we're growing, how this division and One Powerhouse is growing, we will need like volunteers and some people that would willing to come and
Mm-hmm.
feel that feeling to do it.
Yeah.
And some donations will welcome to it too, you know, because we every time we reach to one thing to another thing, and it's totally amazing that you don't even have the words to say no. You could, you know, sometimes it comes from us, from me and my wife, that you know we don't have it right now. We go and get it, but this person is not gonna go home without an empty belly, or he's not gonna go home without any clothes or anything. Me and my wife and Demi, we always try to do the best we can. So there's
Man, I listen, man. I appreciate you all's passion, man. And guys, if anybody's interested in volunteering, we're gonna make sure we get some volunteer support out there. And even if you're really gonna make a contribution, the website is right on the screen. And let me tell you, I appreciate Adolfo and Camino. Thank you so much for spending this 20 minutes with me. I didn't mean to hold you for so long, but thank you so much for spending this time with me. All right. And please tell Demi I said hello.
Okay, we will.
All right, you guys take care now.
It was a pleasure, and you know, we probably next time it's not gonna be 20 minutes; it's gonna be more.
That's right. That's right. We'll be seeing each other. All right, you guys take care now.
Thank you. Take care. Be safe.
All right now.
My approach to building successful nonprofit organizations is so unique because of my ability to be able to connect with individuals and connect with people.
I want you to look as far as you can see and dream as big as you can dream. My job is to help you get to what you saw.
Man, I'm inviting you to take this journey with me so you can see the highs and the lows, the ups and downs. Stay tuned for more.